Ibig sabihin, yung education sector talagang pinaprioritize ngayon. Ang importante ho dyan, Mamami, is that sustained yon over 10 years.
This is truth on the line. Lumagpas na ng 1 trillion yung budget ng Department of Education, ano? And apart from that, kailan lang, within July, napirmahan na po yung Last Mile Act. Iniintay yan ng maraming mga tao, pati mga teacher. Kumustahin po namin yun kasi ang gaganda nung magkakaroon ng dagdag na classroom, roads, internet.
Yes.
No? Kaya lang, syempre, ang tanong, kaya ba yung implementation? Paano po yung mga nakikita nyo, yung mga challenges to make it a success?
Ma'am, kasi pag yung Last Mile Act, pagka Last Mile School yan, may dagdag na allowance sa mga guro. Kailangan ayusin yung mga kalsada, kailangan bigyan ng internet. Siyempre, may gastos ho yun, di ba?
3
Pag hindi
billion.
natin dinagdagan
Kasya
yung
ba
budget
yun?
para dyan.
Drop in the bucket lang yun, 3
Hindi
billion.
hindi ho magbabago yung, opo, pagka hindi binadgetan yon, hindi rin ma-implement yung batas. That's the reality. But having said that, I think we should congratulate Congress, we should congratulate the President for taking the first step in giving a very big budget to DepEd. And not only DepEd, even to TESDA and to the Commission on Higher Education or CHED. Ibig sabihin, yung education sector talagang pinaprioritize ngayon for 2026.
No? 1.3.
But ang point dyan is, 1.3 something like that, ma'am.
Yeah.
Sa DepEd is a little over $1 trillion.
Yeah.
So, ang importante ho dyan, Mamami, is that sustained yon over 10 years. Yun ang punto ng
10 years.
ng EDCOM. Yes, minimum 10 years, ma'am. Minimum 10 years. We meet the UNESCO recommended
4%.
Percentage or ratio
4%
of your GDP. 4 to 6% and maybe 20% of your yearly budget. Opo.
Okay. Umpisa natin yung budget. Yung actual implementation. Implementation. Anong kakailanganin? Kasi internet lang ito, nahihirapan na tayong dalawa doon pa sa remote areas maglalagay tayo. Anong nakikita nyo? I'm just being realistic about it. Oo. Paano?
No, definitely it's a challenge, but ang maganda naman, gumaganda ang teknolohiya, ma'am. So we have things like Starlink now to connect our students. But yung Starlink, syempre, may babayaran yung buwan-buwan Mataas ang binabayaran dyan ng school. I think the lowest is 8,000 to 10,000 a month to get the plan for the school. So dapat budgetan ho natin yan dahil kung gusto natin konektado yung kung ano yung meron sa Tawi-Tawi at saka sa Palawan, meron din dito sa mga lungsod natin. Kailangan we must recognize, and we recognize this Last Mile Act or GIDA Schools Act is a good step in that direction na talagang realizing that yung buong Pilipinas hindi pa talaga progresibo. May mga area ho tayo na talagang kailangan bigyan ng special na attention. So I think in terms of a policy statement, that is very powerful. But that powerful policy statement must be followed up by also ibakapan ng sufficient technology, sufficient budgeting, etc. Otherwise, yun nga, this will just be empty promises on our part, di ba?
Nabanggit niyo yung technology. During the State of the Nation address ni President Marcos, nag-emphasize din siya ng pagtuturo ng artificial intelligence. Ano magiging mechanics niyan? Parang medyo komplikado siya, no? Do we have the resources? Do we have the trained, skilled educators? At meron ba tayong facilities?
We are in the process of really coming up with a master plan. Yung master plan involves all our teachers being conversant with AI. And once they are conversant, then they will be able to teach it. So sabi nga ni Pangulo sa kanyang SONA, 1.8 billion na sa ating mga students and the teachers who have learned the basics of AI. So, and we're lucky we have partners here in DepEd like Khan Academy, Gokongwei Brothers, Ayala Foundation. So they provide some of these more advanced tools at a lower cost or even free. So talagang right now, Khan Academy is in almost 3,000 schools. 2 years ago, they were only in 30 schools. So part of that is they gave us their AI for free for teachers. So on the part of DepEd, we have to push our teachers to really utilize these free technologies. Otherwise, sayang siya. And minsan, yung teacher, ayaw magpabantay eh. Ayaw buksan yung AI kasi pagka binuksan mo yung AI, namomonitor mo yung use ng teacher. At saka, minsan, the role of the teacher, Ma'am Ami, also has to evolve eh. Unlike before, where talagang parang oracle yung teacher, ibig sabihin lahat ng information, lahat ng kaalaman dumadaan sa kanya. Eh ngayon, hindi na po ganyan ang mundo, ma'am, di ba? Everything humanity knows is practically online already. So the teacher is more of a facilitator or a gatekeeper. And she just points the students to where the knowledge can be found. And maybe what are the more enduring types of lessons that we want to teach, di ba? To teach values, to teach the value of history, to teach causality, to teach critical thinking, to teach the power, how to analyze certain things, di ba? What patterns repeat throughout history, not only mathematical formulas, but things in the social sciences that we were taught also, that must be taught at a more basic level para they will be able to utilize these modern technologies, and they will not they will also have the value. So we're trying to focus also on the values, Ma'am Ami. We're looking at a lot of countries who are moving away from more competitive exams and focusing on values like communitarianism. Kasi we live in an age where it's a highly narcissistic age. Eh. Parang everyone has their social media. Everyone feels they're living in their own, their life is like a movie where, they have to have their social media account and everything is so positive. But we also must realize that we're part of a greater collective. And if we want to be part of a great community or a great school or a great nation for that matter, dapat there are times when we have to place the interest of the collective above our own personal interests.
Nasa teacher tayo, no? Siyempre, tuloy-tuloy din yung reklamo nila na, they're overworked, underpaid, at kulang pa rin daw sila. Ilan pa ba teacher natin, saka how do you address those long-running problems, no?
Well, kung ano yung sabi ni Presidente, kung ano yung kayang ibigay mo, bigay natin sa mga teacher. So, like now, namigay tayo ng lapel mic because we're seeing cases na nagkakaroon ng throat cancer yung ibang teachers natin sa kakasalita. Yeah. So, the lapel mic will lessen the burden on them physically. At we're also trying to give laptops to all of our teachers. So, these are some of the things that to help them become better teachers and to having access to technology and what they call edtech or education technology is that they can, what used to take maybe 1 or 2 days, they can do in an hour or two, meaning the lesson plans, the checking of quizzes, the analytics, analyzing the progress of a student. That can all be done with online technology, Ma'am Ami. So again, we're in that stage where we're ikinukumbinsi pa natin yung mga guro na mag-buy-in in total to all of these. But yun nga, there is some resistance on some teachers' part because they feel nga they're losing control in a way. But I don't think they should see it that way. I think they should see it as a way that their life is it's life enhancing. Kumbaga, these technologies are life enhancing. And of course, yung reports na ginagawa ng ating mga teachers, binawasan na ho natin yan. They don't have to do so many reports. We've reduced the paperwork they have to do by more than 50%, Ma'am Ami. And of course, sa benepisyo, in-increase natin yung teacher's allowance, in-increase po natin yung mga bonuses nila. And I think one of the best legacies of the president will be the expanded career progression of our teachers. Ibig sabihin, na-promote na sila as soon as they deserve it. And dati kasi, mga teacher nag-aantay ng 10, 20 years bago ma-promote, Ma'am Ami. So can you imagine being in the private sector at tapos reporter pa rin kayo after 20 years? Parang hindi tama o di ba? So I think that's really a legacy of the president that our teachers are getting recognized. And yung recognition na yon comes with also the commensurate financial increases in their salary and benefits.